chat viewing options. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How do we minimize the chat? We got one person in here. Welcome. What's your zodiac sign? Learn more. Open with Google. Pardon me. Okay, Sag. I don't know what happened. Oh, I clicked off the screen. Sagittarius, is it Sagittarius? Sun sign Sagittarius. With a Sagittarius rising? What is it? Welcome if this is your first time here. I'm freestyling here on this one. My first idea was to, okay, Sun, Grand Rising to you. Can you hear me well? I like that the comment fades away though. I like that though. I like that. So first time, welcome. All right. Are you familiar with the zodiac signs? Sagittarius, let's look at you here. I've been doing this on TikTok. Decided to come on over here because the platform's down. So Sagittarius is here, right? Denoted by the arrow. Did you know that already? You get a first hand front row seat. Sagittarius is the first one. That's pretty interesting because Sagittarius is considered the teacher. Notice the arrow for the direction. Sagittarius is our one to direct people in a certain direction, in a direction of wisdom. Notice how a teacher, right, directs the student in a certain direction, thus the symbol of the arrow. Let the arrow remind you of, directing people, not for nothing and for something at the same time when it comes to the five hands, or the five fingers, the five hands. This finger is considered the Jupiterian finger to point people in the right direction. This is the teacher finger, believe it or not. So in order to break this down a little bit more, this astrological chart, for you to personalize it, I would need to know what your rising sign is. This is currently the rising sign right now per the East Coast, per my location, Manhattan, New York, January 19th, which is a Sunday. Some exciting football games coming on today. Not for nothing. I usually don't partake into the athleticism sports stuff unless it's the playoffs. Anywho, today is a significant day. Pardon me, did you comment? I missed it. Okay, Scorpio rising, thank you. So now we can go back here on this beautiful program that I have. I can update the chart. Oh, maybe it wasn't Taurus rising. Excuse me. I must have made a mistake. It's Aquarius rising right now, but I can easily put Scorpio on the ascendant by going like this. Bada bop, right? I could take a screenshot of it. Bada bow. And then I can zoom this in, and this would be your transit chart with Scorpio on the ascendant. You see that? Does that make sense? This is the east side of the chart, or the left side of the chart, also known as the AC for ascendant, or the rising. Scorpio would be your rising sign. 1 degree of Scorpio would be ascending because it's this particular point, and it's the east side of the chart. Are you with me? Welcome to all of you who just got here. If you're from TikTok, let me know. Talk to me. Grand rising to you. Hope your morning's going well. Okay, perfect. So you're familiar with the idea that the sun, your sun sign, is in Sagittarius in the second house, which is the house of money and finances. Are you tracking there? So, not for nothing, like we talked about with this arrow of Sagittarius, is pointing people in the direction and being somewhat of a teacher, right? Teaching people. And because the sign of the teacher is in the second house of money, a basic general interpretation we can say is that you teach people about money, or you learn in your life, right? Everybody learns about money, right? But it's extremely significant, pertinent to you in your life and connecting to your father and or father figures in the education about money. Are you tracking so far? A simple yes will let me know I'm on the right track here. This is an excellent way in which to learn astrology with this pen here. I don't get paid for this commercial, but this pencil and drawing on the chart, it's a wonderful visual aid, right? So what I'm going to talk about here is this here. I've been talking and recognizing that this is a significant aspect. This is the sun and Pluto here. It's called a conjunction. This is the symbol for conjunction, meaning both of them are together, right? They're conjunct. The sun is like the eye. It can be looked at as the eye. And the eye magnifies things. So being that the sun, the eye, is looking, let's say for symbolic purposes that the sun, the eye, is looking and magnifying Pluto, which is the planet of transformation and change, complete breakdown and the rebuilding thereof. And so we're like, okay, well, how does that apply to me? Well, for you as a Scorpio rising, right, it is the transition from the third house to the fourth house. The third house is the house of the mind, and the fourth house is the house of the home and the family. The mind and the family are directly adjacent to each other in the astrological chart. So, later on today, as the sun ingresses, which is another way in which to say moves into Aquarius, it activates and brings you to have an eye, right, on your living circumstances and the home and family dynamics. Are you with me? And some changes. There's some type of change, maybe not all in one day, but over the course of the next 30 days, significant changes. And those things that happen over the course of the next 3 days are going to be significant and pertinent to you in your life and most Scorpio risings. Scorpio sun, moon, rising signs. All right? And so the interesting thing about astrology is how there's like certain planets and certain zodiac signs and houses, they connect one to another. So just by the sun being in Aquarius, it activates not only Aquarius and the 11th house, because Aquarius is naturally the 11th zodiac sign, right? So we have a connection there. The 11th house is the house of dreams and goals. This compartment here. So it activates some of your dreams and your goals and the importance of your health, physical as well as mental health, in order to be able to manage and maintain some of these changes in your living environment. And it also brings a focus to your seventh house, which is the house of relationships and partnership. So the relationships within the family, cooperation is significant. Uranus, I say Uranus, you might say Uranus. This is Uranus here. And Uranus is the planet that rules Aquarius. So there's a connection, believe it or not, Aquarius to Uranus. So essentially the home life and the relationships is a big tie there. A big connection, a big correlation between these two houses. And so this is what I do. For those who are new here, I work with astrology. I just started doing this where I show people how to put the pieces of the chart together. I think it's an excellent way in which to learn how to put the pieces together. How did I do on that? Did that track? Some of that track? I mean, some of it is a precursor. It's ahead of. It's a futuristic analysis, if you will, because Aquarius hasn't even gotten here. But I'm looking to the future. If we were to look at the present moment, and the last 30 days up to now and to this point, let's clean this up. Take a screenshot of that if you want. Let me know if you want to take a screenshot. Screenshot that. Let me put lab in the corner here for lab coat so no one tries to say it's theirs. Ba-da-ba. Let me know when you screenshot that. This will be your little coupon code. Like, yeah, I remember you. You read my chart on YouTube. Ba-da-ba. This is where I'm at now. All right? Let me know when you got it. Got it? If you're enjoying the live and or you find it interesting, give it a like. Why not? Screenshot taken. Brown. Appreciate you. Brown Boy B. Brown Boy KB. Thank you so much, brother. You're welcome. How long you been doing astrology? Let's clean this up a little bit. If you're interested in learning, you come to the perfect place. I would say the best place to start would be the zodiac signs. I would take each one of these planets out of here. I would take all of it out. The midheaven, everything. Maybe keep the ascendant. I'd take it all out of here. I would take everything away. We'll just keep the sun. And I would focus on the zodiac signs. I would focus on this. You're a Scorpio rising. I would read the chart: Scorpio in the first house, Sagittarius in the second, Capricorn in the third house, Aquarius in the fourth, Pisces in the fifth, Aries in the sixth, Taurus in the seventh, and so on and so forth. Scorpio is intense. The first house is the personality. Sagittarius is the teacher. The second house is the money. So teaching and learning about money and making comprehensive sentences to the interpretation or the analysis to comprehend the nature of the zodiacal wheel. I think that, and have said, you got to learn the planet signs and houses, but because the attention span is so short, I now think that it would be beneficial just to look at only the zodiac signs. I'm not saying don't look at the planets at all. You would look at the planets, but I would start with just the sun through the houses. Like you're a Scorpio rising, I would look at the Scorpio rising and the sun in Aquarius and interpret that. Aquarius is the truth seeker. Aquarius is knowledge. Aquarius has to do with freedom. And so the fourth house has to do with the home and the family. And so freedom from the home, freedom from the family, freedom from the mother, freedom from the parents, knowledge to the home, knowledge in the home. I find Scorpio rising sometimes experience a lot of changes in their living and their domestics because Aquarius is such an unpredictable and changeable sign, right? I would look at that, and then I would put the sun in Pisces, right? We can go to the next month, boom, and we get the next analysis for Pisces. Let's go to days, get it in the middle a little bit here, boom. Hours. So we would juggle with the chart a little bit. Oh, it's 22 hours, hang on. 22 hours. Too many hours, come on. So, this is your rising sign still. This is still your rising sign here, Scorpio. And now the sun is in Pisces, right? So a month ago, or this upcoming month, it's going to be in Aquarius, right? Activating the fourth house. Now, or in 30 days from now, the sun will ingress into Pisces and it'll activate your fifth house. Pisces is the sign of beliefs. It has to do with the feet as well. The fifth house has to do with love and creativity, the love of walking, the creativity, talents on the feet. Maybe you're a runner, a jumper, or something like that, right? Possibly that you, when it comes to your love life, you're very compassionate when it comes to love. When the sun ingresses into Pisces, it'll bring some of these features to be a highlight. The fifth house also has to do with play and love, right? So that's something that's going to come into the forefront there for you as well. And you can kind of see how this chart unfolds piece by piece just by incorporating the zodiac signs, right, in your house and focusing in that specific area. So we are on this channel, you're going to hear me doing a lot of this here, talking about the astrological chart. All right, who's next? Anybody else? If you just got here, welcome. I'm doing astrology, reading the transits here. Let's go to the current. Currently, right now, Aquarius is rising. This is the sun in Capricorn at 29 degrees, 41 arc minutes, which is another way in which to say that it's almost 0 degrees Aquarius. Brown boy, you're welcome. Welcome to my channel. Subscribe if you'd like the live, like the video. You just got personal reading from the Lab Coat Astrologer. You're here in the beginning. Stay till the end. Not today, you don't have to stay to the end of the video, but the YouTube goal is now 3,000 subscribers here. Is there anybody else watching who wants to share their zodiac sign and look at their chart and have me chat about it from an astrological perspective a little bit? This is what I'm doing. Who is next? Don't be shy on a Sunday. The sun is an expressive planet. In astrology, the sun sign is a symbol of life. It does look like an eye, too. If we were to get a little bit artistic, right, we could play around with it and have it look just like an eye. This is the Wajet eye. The sun being the eye. I was talking to someone the other day, and they shared with me how to say good morning in a certain language. And then they asked me, they were like, do you know what that means? And I'm like, of course I don't know what it means. I don't speak the language. Anywho, they were like, it means the eye. They said peace to you when the eye rises or something like that. And I was like, wow. I was like, that's powerful. What do you need to share? Um, we don't need your social security number. Is what we don't need. We need your sun sign. We really only need your rising sign. Your rising sign and your sun sign is enough. SOS, I see you with the big three. This is a little bit different here. I've traveled all the way from TikTok, so bear with me if you're new. If you're from TikTok, shout out TikTok in the comments. I'm using my phone so that the comments pop up. I don't see them. They don't stay. Let me see if I can see them over here. Yeah, I haven't figured out how to keep them. So stay active in the comments like a conversation. It pops up on the screen and then it fades away. Just like that. So if we keep it simple, just the sun sign. This is the sun in Capricorn with an Aquarius rising. Let me zoom in so you can see it. This is the sun symbol in the zodiac sign of Capricorn, and this is Aquarius. For those who are learning, and you can check everything that I'm saying too. All right, this is Aquarius. This is Capricorn. All right, this is the sun. All right, this is Aquarius here. Okay, you're a Leo sun and a Virgo rising. Leo sun, Virgo rising. Leo sun, Virgo rising. Hang on, wait a minute. Leo sun, Virgo rising. Leo sun. Leo sun. I can just use my pen here. Leo sun, Virgo rising. All right, let's get this out of here. Leo sun, Virgo rising. 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 This is you. Can we look at your chart? Leo sun, Virgo rising. So this might not be your rising sign degree, but this is the zodiac sign of Virgo per this program. And Mercury is the planet. This is what Mercury looks like. This is what Mercury looks like, and Mercury is the ruler of Virgo here, so it's said to be your planetary ruler. Did you know that? And so you have the sun in Leo, right? So what we can do is we can draw, let's get closer here. Get a little closer. So here, do we need another color here? Hang on, wait a minute. I think I can do another color. Bear with me here. Can we do another color? We can do another color. Look at me. Look at me getting creative here. Boom. So Leo goes like this. Leo goes like this. Let's call this the expanse of Leo. So you have the sun. Let's do it in black. You have the sun here in Leo. And so I'm not sure how it goes. You might have the sun in the 11th house, and you might have the sun in the 12th house, right? But as a Virgo rising, because Virgo rises, Leo would be considered in the 12th house by rule of thumb, is what that is. So by rule of thumb, Leo's your 12th house. And even though Leo is an expressive sign, it makes you very private and very quiet. You can be, unless you're comfortable, right? The 12th house is Pisces' natural house. I know there's a lot going on here. I tried to separate it with colors. But this part of the chart is active for you. Now, this is what I'm going to say to you. Because, let's go back to my red. I like rojo. In Espanol, rojo. In English is red. And in Espanol, it's rojo. I'm learning Spanish a little bit. Anybody learning Spanish in here with me? No? Duolingo? Maybe? All right, no worries. And there might be a little bit of a delay. But anyway, let's focus here on Capricorn, because the sun is here. and it's getting ready to ingress into your 6th house. The 6th house in astrology is naturally Virgo's house. Virgo is your rising sign, right? Notice the symbol here. This symbol here is similar to SOS Rio. You said C. Gracias. This symbol here, this is my way of drawing Virgo. Crafty. Similar. It's close. Anyway, Virgo rising for you and Virgo's house, right? So the sun is getting ready to go into Virgo's house. So all these, the nature of Virgo, like health, hygiene, routines, right? Service. Maybe you didn't get a gym membership on January 1st. Maybe you're like, you know what? I'm going to start my gym membership now. De nada. Gracias. I'm going to start my gym membership now. Maybe I want to start getting healthy during January 19th to February 19th, possibly. Right? This is physical health as well as mental health, because the 6th house is the house of health, and because Mercury, remember, Mercury looks like this, is the planet of the mind. Thus, therefore, the sun in Aquarius in the 6th house deals with the health and being mindful of health, right? Both mental health and physical health. Aquarius is a knowledgeable sign. It deals with knowledge. So maybe you are mindful of ways in which to become healthy, right? And learning how to be a little more scientific with your practices and your approach. Do you see what I'm saying there with the health and the 6th house there, right? Eating more carrots possibly, right? Taking care of your eyes, if you will. I'm not sure I just said that. But anywho, this is a great time for you, not for nothing and for something, because as a Leo, Mars is in Cancer, went retrograde here. Mars is a planet of war and aggression and assertion, but it's also the planet that deals with taking action. And it's in your 11th house. The 11th house is the house of dreams. So if we put that together, taking action on your dreams and your goals. Taking action on your dreams and your goals. Stepping out of your comfort zone a little bit. So congratulations on that. Let's clean this up a little bit, because I know you don't like a dirty house, especially as a Virgo rising. Especially as a Virgo rising. Oh, I didn't even ask you if you wanted to take a picture of that. You want to take a picture of that? Let me put my John Hancock, my lab coat Hancock on it. Bop. You're up early? Get it going. Welcome. Are you up early every morning? Let's do this. We can make this a thing. If you just got here, welcome. I'm the lab coat astrologer. I've been doing astrology for over 2 decades, helping people unravel the intricacies of the astrological chart. I've come a long journey. I've traveled a long way over the internet waves, from TikTok over to YouTube, to bring you more astrology, if you've known me, and some new ideas on astrology from my perspective, and so on and so forth. We read it. It was a correction to my previous comment. Okay, pardon me. I'm learning how to pay attention to the comments over here, because I haven't found a way to keep them on my phone. Leo rising, Cancer sun. Leo rising, Cancer sun. Leo rising, Cancer sun. Okay, so let's get this in here. I want to put some more planets in here, though. I was talking about how you want to keep it simple at first, but let's add some more planets in here now. Actually, we can just add Pluto. Let's keep it simple. I can add them as we go. This is what I really want to do right now. I want to look at. Whoa, it's almost time to eat. Stomach started chatting. I want to look at this. Okay, let's look at it while we read your chart here. Oh wow, Sun ingresses into Aquarius between the 2nd and 3rd hour of the day, of the afternoon. Anywho, let's do Leo for you. Okay, can we look at your chart? Let's look at your astrological chart. If you're in here, you're just getting here. I'm pulling up charts, doing astrology. Don't be afraid to comment. Speak up. Closed mouth doesn't get fed. Subscribe if you're into astrology. I've traveled a long way, all the way from TikTok. Okay, so here we go. This is Leo on the ascendant for you. Leo is ruled by the sun, right? Because we talked about how the sun looks like an eye. We did that here. We said the sun looks like an eye. It's kind of a wild eye, but looks like an eyeball. Anywho, it magnifies things. It looks at, if we were to look at the sun in Aquarius, and we know that Aquarius deals with knowing and knowledge and truth, then the sun would be looking at or magnifying truth. Look at that. Basic, simple. That's astrology. You just did an astrological interpretation right there. Bada bow. This is Pluto, right? Pluto is the planet of transformation and rebirth. It's the state of metamorphosis. Look at how it's hovering. It's the circle hovering. It's being held by this moon, this crescent, if you will, is how the symbolism goes, above matter, right? It's a state of transition, right, that can be seen. And the sun, the eye, is magnifying this in the area of knowledge. Elon, what's his name? Elon Musk, this month is about to go crazy. I think he's already been going crazy, but because the sun is in Aquarius now, and it's going to be there for 30 days, in the course of the next 30 days, we're going to hear about it. It's going to be magnified by the sun being there, because it activates things. Now for you, SOS, because Aquarius is your 7th house, right? Personally, this is happening in your relationships. Right, it's happening in your relationships. It has to do with fairness. Right? It has to do with justice. It has to do with equality. It has to do with all things that deal with Libra and magnifying transformations and changes in your relationships. It magnifies them. It's sudden too. These jagged lines, some people think these are water waves. They're not. I don't think they're water waves. I think that they're the positive current and the negative current of electricity. Thus, therefore, Aquarius has to do with space and aeronautics and things of this nature. Because Aquarius is a sign of truth and knowledge, and it's in your 7th house, you do not like a partner who's, your partner can't be like a bag of rocks. They gotta be quick. They gotta be smart. They gotta know what they're talking about. They gotta know what's going on. They gotta be scientific even. And so this next 30 days it's about transparency for you in your relationships. Time to have a sit down conversation. Aquarius is an air sign, so it deals with the intellectual pursuits of happiness and harmony in relationships. Are you tracking there? Take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot. That's for you. Marry Aquarius. I'm not saying to marry an Aquarius, but happy, feliz Aquarius. All right, who's next? The Sun conjunct Pluto happening today. This is right now. This is the moment right now. The Sun is approaching. Oh. Gemini. Hallowed. What's good? Cancer rising. Gemini Sun. Cancer rising. Gemini. The Sun in Gemini. What's good, bro? SOS. Thank you for being thankful. Thank you for saying thank you. I appreciate that. For real. It means a lot when people say thank you. It's simple. It's short. You know. Peace, broham. You know, saying thank you is so simple. It's easy. It's like it's really it's an exchange, right? You know, I'm up here supposedly. You might tell your friends, "Oh, Lab Coat's over here. He's doing free readings." I'm not doing. There's nothing's free. I'll say that it's free, but if we really look at it technically, it's not free. It's an exchange. I do the reading. You say thank you, right? You paid me in thanks. You're welcome and you're on point. You're going on the stories. Oh, I got you, SOS. You're going on my stories. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. If you don't mind. Can I put you on my stories? Put you on my Instagram stories. Try to migrate some people over there. Anywho, let me stop talking. Let me get it going. We're looking for Cancer on the ascendant. And I just want to let you know, give you a little heads up. The comments don't stay. I'm on my phone. I've traveled a long way, all the way from TikTok over here. Ba-da-bop. Hey, Lo, let's look at your, got it. Let's look at your zodiac chart from a Cancer rising and the transits. Okay. So this is what we're talking about. This is Cancer on the ascendant, right? The moon is your ruler, your planetary ruler, right? This is about family. This is family oriented. Let me complete this crescent here. This is about family. You're a family individual. You're all about family. And you wear your emotions right on your face, right? Because the moon is now in Libra, right? This is a secondary testimony that points to time with family. Great day to engage with the family. Do some familial things because Libra is the sign of relationships. This looks like a family event. This looks like a family event today, if we were to speak in the present moment, right? And there's a burst happening. The sun ingresses into Aquarius around the time that Cancer rises, and it highlights the 8th house. The 8th house is the house of money. Not necessarily your money, but it's your partner's money. It's your partner's money because the 7th house is the first house of the 7th house. The first house is the first house of the first house, and the 7th house is the first house of the 7th house. These 6 houses are the houses that are personal and private to you. These 6 houses are the houses that are personal and private to them. Who's them? Them is your partner. You is you. You know who you are. You know who them is, right? So if we were to count 7th house as 1, then we can count the 8th house as 2. This is why the 8th house is the house of money, the same way that the first house is the house 1, and the second house is the house 2, which is your money. So the sun ingressing into Aquarius, I know in this chart it's the 7th house, but by rule of thumb, it is the 8th house. The 8th house is the house of your partner's money. It's also the worth and value of your partner. The sun brings it. We talked earlier about an eye. We talked about the sun being the eye. You know, when it comes to hurricanes and tornadoes, they say the eye of the storm, right? Quiet storm. We're not going to do too much more singing, but the eye, and I'm going to go into the story a little bit. I talked to somebody yesterday, and they were like, in a different language, they told me good morning. And then they asked me what it meant. I repeated it, and they asked me what it meant. I was like, nah, what does it mean? They're like, it means like good morning with the I or something like that, something with the I. And I was like, oh shit, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Because astrologically, I took that and I ran with it. So now I'm looking at the sun like an eye. And it's an eye that magnifies things. So there's a magnification for you, Halo, in regards to your partner's finances, your partner's worth, pouring into your partner and looking at the eye, get it, looking at ways in which to reach down into the bag of creativities and worth of the partner to make some unexpected and some sudden change and break in the algorithm for you and the family. Does that make sense to you? A little bit there? And this is a 30-day thing, and it's powerful. It's pretty powerful. The partner needs it. There's a strong power there because Pluto is here, right? Over the course of the next 3 days. 3 days is powerful. Take action now. Are you with me? If you like the live and the content, please like the video. It helps my algorithm. I'm trying to get 100,000 subscribers in like a week. It's got to happen. It's happening. I'm willing this powerful change astrologically, as above, so below. If as above, so below is really a thing, we should be able to pop. Tell your friends about me. Tell everyone. You'll get free readings. You'll be paying for readings, for shorts. For those who are here, stay tapped in. You're going to be subscribing to my Patreon, my YouTube, and it's going to be worth it for you, for these astrological insights and bringing massive change to your life. For real. Who's with me? Who's with me? Halo, take a picture of this chart here. Be like, yo, hang on, let me tag it first. Take a picture of that. Like, yo, you remember when you were on YouTube talking to me about my planetary ruler and so on and so forth? There's a little bit of a delay. I would like to have YouTube. We got to talk to the higher ups and see if there's a way that we can get people to come on the live that are in the chat. That would be an awesome feature. Shantae Dent, what are you? Good morning. Sun, Cancer, Cap Rising. Look at you. Happy birthday. Cap, Sun, Ascendant, Cancer. Thank you so much. Is there a way to share this live with people? Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to do that. What is this? Oh, retouch? What's retouch mean? Oh, that's how you look at the comments. I see it now. I see the comments now. I'm learning now. Shantae, did I say your name correctly? So I don't need to write this down now. Let's refresh this. Halo, you're welcome. Thank you for saying thank you. Thank you for the coins. You saying thanks is payment. I can't spend it at the grocery store, but it is payment. I'm trying to take a screenshot. Oh, you're trying to take a screenshot? Go ahead. Take your time. Let me zoom in for you a little bit here. Take your time. Oh, is it Shanti? Is it Om Shanti Om? Do the Ebonics in there. I don't want to mispronounce your name on YouTube. That's terrible. Oh, Shantae. I thought it was Shantae, but I was like, maybe it's different. I'm working on it, Shantae. Thank you so much for correcting me. All right, so you are a, you're a Cancer Sun, you emotional thing, you. Halo, did you get the picture, the screenshot? Shantae. I was thinking of the sachet Shantae. All right, bada boom. Halo, I think you got that. We're going to go here. Okay, so you're also a Cancer. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. That's it. You had to ask AI, stop it. Stop it. Anywho, Sachet, Shantae, thank you so much. Happy birthday to you. Oh, and a Cancer moon? Quit playing. All right, let's get you. Let's get you going here. Let's get you going here. Okay, so we've got Cancer again, right? The moon is the ruler of your ascendant, and you have the moon in Cancer in the first house. I find, right, when there's this circumstance, this has a lot to do with the person, right? Oh, you're a Cap rising. Okay, thank you so much. I wrote that down too. Let's get you corrected. I get so excited sometimes. Thank you for the correction. You got it. I'm human too, so I make mistakes. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Well, I might lie to you sometimes, but it won't be on purpose. Bop. Who's with me? Amen. On a Sunday. Okay, boom. Bop. Oh, you're a Cancer sun, Capricorn rising. You're a Cap rising. Oh, you're on a PC. I see you, Halo. Cancer moon. Let me go back here. Yeah, sun in Cancer. So your sun is here. Oh, we gotta take a picture of it. And I said happy birthday to you and everything. You're like, what? You might be born on Sunday though. We'd have to look at that. When I do your chart, we'll check it out, right? So the sun is in the 7th house. You care so much about other people. Why? Because the sun, the eye, you're always looking, eyeballing other people. You're always eyeballing other people in relationships. You enjoy and you appreciate, makes you melt when you see people harmonizing one to another. This is what you came to the planet Earth for, to experience relationships. Why do I say that? I say that because the sun, the eye, look at this eyeball I made here. This is, you're always looking at relationships. Partnership, that's what the 7th house is. You tracking there? Bow. And you were born during a new moon as well. The moon is here too. We'll make her small. All right, so these are two luminaries, two luminous objects in the 7th house, so it's a double qualification there. I saw you on TikTok last week, and that's how I got here. Get in here, Shantae. Get in here. You just made my stories on Instagram. Okay? You were born during a new moon. So you're the one probably, or one of the ones that wants this perfect marriage. Rapunzel, let down your hair. Let down your hair. Right? Because this is too, it's traditional. Cancer is traditional. And the Cancer is the zodiac sign of traditions, and it's in the house of the 7th, which is relationship and marriage. And because the sun and the moon are there, right, it's a double eye. We'll call it a double eye. We'll call the moon an eye too, a subsection of the eye. I don't know what that little swoop was, but anyway, there's that. I don't want to get to going too crazy into your chart. We'll do that when I read your chart. Take your time, right? Hang out, get to know me, and stuff like that. Boom. So Capricorn is here, right? Saturn is your planetary ruler, and it looks like the sun and Pluto are on their way. The eye is over here. Good morning. It looks like the eye is magnifying it's coming out of the 1st house and going into the 2nd house, which is the house of money and finances and values. It's not only money and finances, it's also values. It's also values. So valuing yourself is important. You're looking at the sun, ways in which to renew yourself and your vitality and to value yourself more. That's basic. That's basic mathematics right there. That's simplistic 1 plus 1, or the sun plus the second house equals values for you. And it's significant, right? Because Pluto is here. Pluto is the state of metamorphosis, so you're learning how to pour into yourself a little more than you have in the past. Shantae, do you track? Do you hear me? Are you tracking? Talk to me. That's simple. I came all the way from TikTok to tell you to pour into yourself a little bit more. In an extreme way, because Pluto is a planet of extreme. That's terrible. It's not terrible, but it's just too puffy. That's terrible. It's pixelated. We gotta zoom out. An extreme. And so check this out. This is how we'll do this right here, right? So let's watch how I do this. So boom. Pluto, which is right here, is the planet that rules Scorpio here. And Scorpio for you is in the 11th house, which is the house of hopes, dreams, right? Long story short, in layman's terms, what it looks like to me is that there's a connection between the second house and the 11th house, and the second house and the fifth house. So loving yourself. So loving yourself, valuing yourself, pouring into some of your dreams. Let's look at some of your dreams and your goals, and let's see how to make this bag, right? And making the bag is not necessarily material bag. It could be self-worth, because if you feel good, you automatically just start making stuff. It just starts, whoa, where'd that come from? Where? Oh, it's $100. Oh, it's $200. Oh, shit, finding money on the ground, all types of wild YouTube things. Are you tracking with what I'm saying? Look at your life and see how, you know, you could use a good valuing of self. Look at it. All right? And not for nothing, and for something at the same time, the fifth house is the house of love, loving others, but it's also self-love. Self-love. Also self-love. Are you with me? I love that you love this. You should be loving this. You should be loving you. You should go into the mirror right now in your pajamas or however you're rolling around on a Sunday. Go into the mirror and be like, Shantae, I love you. I'm proud of you. You just shower yourself, put until you cry. Until you cry. Oh, Shantae, I love myself. I love you. Loving you. And play the song Loving You is easy 'cause I'm beautiful. Loo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Will this live stay up? I don't know. Do you want it to stay up? It'll stay up if you bring other people to subscribe to me. I'm working on 100 million subscribers in a week. I'm willing this. Take a picture of this. Take a picture of this. If it loads right away, then it'll be on there. I'm doing this on my phone. Let me put my name on this thing. Lab. That's just the tip. I just gave you only the tip of it, right? We just talked about the sun and the magnification of the sun and Pluto. There's so much more. We're not even looking at your chart, right? Not for nothing. I'll tell you this, though. The moon is in Libra. When the moon gets to Scorpio, this is where I'm not going to get too much into that. Book a reading. We'll talk about it. I got 30-minute readings on my website. I don't know if I have my website on my profile picture. We're going to fix that today. TLCastrologer.com is the website. 30-minute readings, I think they're $60 until February 1st. So do what you will with that. All right, who's next? Who's next? Aquarius is rising, Capricorn in the 12th house. What we're talking about is, and what's so the hot topic is the sun, the sun conjunct Pluto. The sun conjunct Pluto. The sun conjunct Pluto right here. If you're a Aquarius rising, then it would be in your 12th house, possibly, or your first house. 12th house or your first house. The 12th house is the house of secrecy. These are transformations that everybody won't be able to see. This be behind the scenes. Aquarius risings, I didn't mean to reveal all your top secret stuff. But anywho, that's what I have for this live. Thank you for watching. I plan on doing like hour clips. If you like the video, like it. If you like the content, like it. If you're into astrology, like it. Subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bada boom. Thank you. Loving you is easy.